Hey Araxians, Rival X Factor here with another episode of Planetside 2 Basic Training, and this one's going to be a fun one. I promise. This episode is going to focus on teaching you a repeatable method to counter recoil, learn to burst fire, and to pick a gun that's right for the situation. So let's go over a couple different kits and examples. As you can see, our first example is going to be the Combat Medic for the new Conglomerate. And let's talk about the stock rifle, the Gauss rifle. Amazing at long range and medium range due to its low recoil and slow rate of fire. The AF-14 picks up the slack at close range, extremely high rate of fire with more recoil. And how do you equip it? This is a personal preference, but in every tournament I've ever played, I've always used a red dot or simple reflex sight. Also, I believe in making a strong kit stronger, so I like to use the laser sight because, again, this is a close quarters kit and a hip-fire death machine. So what situations is this gun not made for? If you're spawning at a mobile spawn point and are 400 meters away between you and the enemy, not a good kit. You're going to get your face shot off. When's it good? Attacking and defending a base or tower when you're going to be in the action within 50 or 60 meters. So let's first teach you how to counter the recoil. By not countering the recoil, I'm going to dump about 10 bullets here and not counter the recoil. See where that travels? Up and to the right. Let's do it one more time. A little bit longer burst. So how do I counter that? I pull the opposite. I analyze this pattern at this range and I pull the opposite. Now, I'm going to pull the opposite and let go and see where my crosshair lies. This is the second part of bursting and controlling recoil, the recovery. So it's kind of a mag dump, which you could do at this range. Those 21 bullets. Look where my crosshair is. I travel from here to here. So after bursting, you have to control the recoil, get the lead off, come back, repeat. So I'm going to pull the opposite because this gun has a vertical with slight horizontal recoil. So let's do it one more time. Look where the crosshair is. From here to here was the correction. So let's do a couple bursts. And you can see that slight adjustment back to center as I burst. Again, this weapon is amazing with hip fire. As you can see, the bullet deviation is not very much, or bullet spread is not very much. It's a beast at close quarters. The recoil is pretty easy to manage, but again, avoid the long range shots. Be selective with your kits. Pick the right kit for the right situation, and watch how far these bullets deviate off center from these ranges. The next kit we're going to take a look at is in the heavy assault family. The standard Gauss saw does a ton of damage but has a very slow fire rate. It's pretty darn good at medium and long range and okay up close. The EM1 is like the Torrent. It is a machine up close. But the GD22S is someplace in the middle with a decent fire rate, decent amount of accuracy for those medium and long range encounters. So again, it can be outshot up close, so let's set this up for medium longish range. Again, personal choice, but I like reflex sight. And forward grip helps reduce some of the horizontal sway in the gun. So let's talk about countering the recoil. I'm mag dumping right now. That was 20 bullets. Straight up vertical. How do we control this? Pull straight down. So let's take a look at countering the recoil. And again, there are better selections if you think you're going to be in a face-to-face fight with enemy in a quick amount of time. But at medium and long ranges, this gun is absolutely amazing due to its straight vertical recoil, decent rate of fire, and ease to control by pulling straight down. Lastly, let's take a look at the faster shooting brother, the EM1. Of course, this is a close quarters gun due to its high rate of fire and pretty intense recoil. So let's shoot this gun. It also has 100 in the mag out the gate without counting the recoil. Faster rate of fire, pretty intense vertical recoil, but you pull straight down. Couple bursts. Let's see where my crosshair ends up. Look how far I had to counter. That's a pretty good mag dump. Again, this is great medium range and in. The further you go, the more you have to burst it, the more you have to come back to center to counter that. Thanks for watching this episode of Basic Training, and hopefully you now understand and can utilize this method of recoil control, bullet patterns, deviations, and how to counter it to master your gun of choice within minutes. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below, and don't forget to check out my YouTube page for individual gun breakdowns much like this featuring live gameplay.
Sony.